Hi, welcome to JSR DevOps with Ratna. In this video, I am going to demonstrate difference between DevOps and GitOps. In previous video, we are discussing about GitOps. If you do not know, please go through it. The difference between DevOps and GitOps. These are some of the key points we are discussing step by step. Definition of GitOps and DevOps. DevOps is a culture and set of practice that bridges development and operation teams to deliver software faster and reliable. For GitOps, a subset of DevOps that use Git as the single source of truth to automate deployments and infrastructure updates, especially in Kubernetes. Git repository is the single source of truth. Example, Kubernetes manifest Helm charts or customized configs are stored in Git. Focus. Mainly, DevOps focus on collaboration and automation between development and operation team. The main goal of focus in DevOps, automate the software delivery pipeline from code, build, test, deploy, monitor, ensure faster and more reliable releases. For GitOps, mainly focus on automating infrastructure and application deployments using Git as the single source of truth. The main goal of GitOps, ensure the Kubernetes cluster always matches the state defined in Git. It eliminates manual kubectl operations. The source of truth. Source of truth is the place where the official version of your configuration code or infrastructure lives. It's the reference that everything else must follow. In GitOps, the CI/CD pipeline scripts or config files are often the source of truth. Example, Jenkins runs as a deployment script. The pipeline determines what is deployed, works, but changes outside the pipeline, manual changes in cluster can cause drift. In GitOps, the source of truth is Git. Example, Kubernetes manifest Helm charts or customized configs are stored in Git. The GitOps tools like Argo CD ensure the cluster always matches Git, guarantees consistency, auditability, and easy rollback. Deployment. It is a pull mechanism in GitOps and push mechanism in DevOps. The difference, push mechanism, the deployment tool pushes changes to the cluster as soon as code is committed. The tool actively applies update without the cluster requesting them. Example, developer pushes code, Jenkins pipeline pushes changes to Kubernetes. And pull mechanism, that is GitOps standard, the cluster or GitOps agent pulls changes from Git. GitOps tools like Argo CD Flux continuously monitor Git, and if there is a new commit, they pull the changes and synchronize automatically. Example, a developer commit a YAML file in Git, Argo CD detects changes, pull and applies it to the cluster. Rollback. Rollback means going back to a previous stable version when something goes wrong with the latest deployment or update. In DevOps, in traditional DevOps manual or CI/CD, you might run rollback scripts manually in Jenkins or Kubernetes. Example, kubectl rollout undo deployment. We can use this command to stable version. The above command revert the apps to previous working version. In GitOps, the Git repository acts as the source of truth. If a new commit causes issues, you simply revert the commit in Git. And the GitOps tool like Argo CD automatically detect changes, apply the rollback, restore the cluster to the stable state defined in Git. Audit. In DevOps, audit means tracking who did what in the CI/CD pipeline from code commits to deployment. Example, developer pushes code, Jenkins build, deploy to staging. The pipeline record each action, who take care of the build, when it run, what version was deployed, whether it is succeed or failure. So in DevOps, auditing helps you trace the entire delivery process from code commit to production. In short, audit is equal to track every build, test and deploy setup, who did it and when. In GitOps, audit means tracking everything infrastructure or configuration changes through the Git history. Example, you update deployment.yaml to change in image version, commit to Git. Git automatically records who made the changes, what file line changed, when it changed. Cluster access. Cluster access in DevOps, the CI/CD like Jenkins or the developer directly connect to the Kubernetes cluster to deploy application. This means the pipeline or user must have kubeconfig credential or service account. We know that. Example, Jenkins runs kubectl apply -f deployment.ml. It pushes changes directly to the cluster. Drawback, expose cluster credential to CI/CD system, higher security risk if credentials are leaked, more secure and auditable. In GitOps, no direct access from developer or CI/CD pipeline to the cluster. GitOps operator like Argo CD Flux is inside the cluster and has the required access. It pulls configuration from Git and applies them safely within the cluster. Benefits, CI/CD or users never touch the cluster directly. Git is the only source of truth. These are the difference between GitOps and DevOps. Thanks for watching. If you have queries, please in comment section.